Hey YouTube, let's get started on a solar eclipse cake and buffet. First, you're going to whisk together 8 egg whites for your cake and just a quarter teaspoon of cream of tartar. Once that's foamy, go ahead and add in a quarter cup of sugar until it's nice and fluffy. Make sure you add your sugar slowly. And while that's getting fluffy for about 5 or 8 minutes or so, go ahead in a separate bowl and add your 3 cups of cake flour, 1.5 tablespoons of baking powder, and then half teaspoon of salt. Preheat your oven to 350. So there you've got your little egg whites all fluffy. Make sure you don't break them. Transfer them into a separate bowl so you can go ahead and mix up your cake. To your cake, you're going to add 2 cups of butter as well as a cup and a quarter of sugar. Make sure your butter is room temperature because the colder the butter, the less likely the mixture will incorporate the way that you want it to. So go ahead and let that cream. I am going to put my cakes for you all in a 6-inch round pan as well as a 9-inch round pan, just so that we can have that crescent moon effect. I also have black and white fondant, so I'll make the smaller cake with the black fondant and the larger cake with the white. Then go ahead and dump into your mixture your vanilla. Yeah, just half a teaspoon of vanilla, the zest of 1 lemon, the juice of 1 lemon, and then 1.5 teaspoons of poppy seeds, and mix that all up. While this was preparing, I did go ahead and make my own cream cheese frosting. You only need a little of that to do a crumb cake on your cakes before you go ahead and put the fondant on. You can also use store bought, but I like to make my own. So for the final step of the cake completion, go ahead and alternate between flour mixture that we prepared earlier, as well as the milk. Milk, you should have 1 cup of that set aside. So add a few scoops of powder, a few scoops of milk, and keep alternating until it's all combined. Fold in your egg whites, bake for about 35 to 40 minutes, and then after it's all cooled and your crumb cake is done, go ahead and overlay your fondant. Here, I'll show you how I rolled out my black fondant. Um, and just make sure you dust the surface lightly. You don't need a lot with fondant. It's very, can get oily. So once you get it all rolled out, just roll it up onto your pan, lay it over your cake, and cut around. You're good to go. Now let's start with our spicy solar personal pizzas. So you're gonna want to get I got my dough from a local pizzeria here. You can definitely buy it at the store or make your own, whatever is easiest. I go ahead and divide it with a half cup scoop and blind baked it in the oven for about 5 minutes after I poked some holes. In the meantime, I went ahead and had my chicken prepared. It only has chipotle seasoning, which is very spicy, salt and pepper. I baked it for 15 minutes at 350 degrees. Now here I've taken out my pizza crust after it's baked for 5 minutes, and I'm adding my homemade marinara sauce. With my chicken, thinly cut chicken, I went ahead and cut them out in rounds so that I can just pose them onto that pizza so that it can look like it's crescent as well. Then top with some freshly shredded mozzarella, place the mozzarella all around, top the little chicken on top, and then throw them in the oven. And when they come out, divine. They are so delicious and cheesy. I added a salad with some extra chicken on top and cake to the side, and we have a buffet to die for. Tequila Sunrise is the drink of the day, so go ahead and add that to your menu, and your guests will enjoy. Hope you enjoyed me. Follow me if you will, my blog spot, Pinterest, and Instagram. Bye.